Hi, everybody. Hope you had a good weekend. I had a 4-day weekend. So I was driving out of town Thursday morning when we had that thunder and lightning rumbling. So that part of the forecast certainly turned out to be true. I saw reports of hail, some gusty winds up in north of Vancouver, half of an inch of rain. That really turned out to be a pretty good round of stormy conditions that we talked about last week. Anyway, distant memory now, right? And today was pretty nice. 65 degrees looks like it's going to be the high temperature for this Sunday in Portland. This was a little bit ago at Camas Mills Golf Course. Lots of sunshine. There are varying conditions out there as we get rolling through the early evening hours of our Sunday. Radar showing some scattered stuff at the coast, up to our north, over to our south, and out in eastern Oregon. So, yeah, it kind of depends on where you are. But generally, Portland and Salem seeing a good bit of sunshine. I do want to let you know the National Weather Service this afternoon saying that their radar was going to be going down for some maintenance work, and they weren't sure when it was going to be back up. We have rain and possible spotty storms in the forecast for Monday. The radar at PDX, which is RTX actually by code, may or may not be up tomorrow. So we'll have to wait and see on that. The Weather Service does have other radar sites around us, down in the Medford area and then up over off the coast of Washington. And of course, we have the Pendleton radar. So those radars kind of reach out and they give us decent coverage. But if you're looking at the radar tomorrow and it's raining at your place and the radar doesn't show anything, that would be why. Some outages from the National Weather Service, potentially. Okay, let's talk about tomorrow, shall we? We have a low pressure center. This is the upper level flow map. The low is off the California-Oregon coastline. It's going to be tracking near the California-Oregon border and then weaken as it moves inland across southern Oregon and northern California during the day tomorrow. My white line is the 564 contour. That's the main jet stream contour level. So kind of carves out the trough in the jet stream flow that we're setting in. And we're north of the jet, so this will be the cool air pattern that we will be in. The air mass tomorrow actually looks to be about the same as today. I mean, today was 65. So tomorrow with clouds and some rain and maybe some storms, you would assume it would be cooler than that, forecasting low 60s for tomorrow. And by the way, once this low weakens, which it will the latter part of tomorrow, we're still kind of in a nondescript weak trough flow pattern on Tuesday. Weather models, generally speaking, want us to be dry on Tuesday, but I wouldn't bet on it just quite yet. There may be some lingering showers around, so we'll see. Here's the way the low pressure center that's offshore right now. This is the placement Monday at 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Again, just hugging that California-Oregon line as it moves into south central Oregon and then will weaken as it gets into the eastern, southeastern corner of our state tomorrow. And again, this kind of nondescript trough, see there's low disturbance out here, there's a second low up here. Gives us at least a chance of a lingering shower, I feel like, going into Monday morning, but Tuesday morning. So let's talk about potential rainfall. This is tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. This is potential rain that has fallen through that time. So you can see the ball of moisture hugging the southwestern corner of our state as that low comes in. So if this were exactly right, we would be dry when you get up tomorrow morning and still dry at 8 o'clock with the radar showing rain maybe near Salem or just to the south, and then heavier rain if you're driving early tomorrow morning on I-5 down over the Siskiyou Summit area into California. That would be wet. Okay. What about as we go through the day? Now, this is how much rain falls across our region through 10 p.m. tomorrow evening. Now, you can still see in blue, these are half-inch amounts or maybe even more. The heaviest rain is where that low makes its entrance tomorrow down in the southwestern corner of our state. The lighter green where we are, that's a tenth to maybe 2/10 of an inch of rain tomorrow, and maybe not even a tenth. So I think it's certainly possible that some of us get just a little bit of wetting tomorrow, but not much total rain in the gauge. And you can see we're north of the low. It does pick up a little bit of heavier rain up in the Cascades of Washington around Mount St. Helens, and some heavier rain actually out towards parts of north central Oregon tomorrow as well. But it really does a nice job, this modeling, of showing there's a heavier low to our south where the low comes in, and we don't get nearly as much. Again, anywhere I would say from 5/100ths to 2/10 of an inch of rain at most tomorrow for Portland, Salem, and Vancouver. Now, if you get a spotty storm, you would be getting some more. And again, a spotty storm chance with some hail is certainly a possibility. Don't forget that. That low is going to make things unstable. Okay, you've probably already seen this on your phones, already seen the headlines on the internet. The fact that we look to be drying out, if not Tuesday, certainly Wednesday. And then we build a ridge of high pressure and we get really warm, maybe the warmest temps of the year so far, going into this coming weekend. So here's Friday's upper level map again. That's a 579 contour ridge. See how the lines kind of arc over us? They produce that ridge, we call it, with the high pressure building in. That's Friday. That strengthens on Saturday. And look what happens on Sunday. Sunday, we actually have a low center of 591 that's up here in Canada. And we're certainly in the middle of some of the hottest weather. So if these maps are true, it's a slam dunk that we will see our first 90-degree temperatures of the year in Portland this coming weekend. Now, when we had that 88-degree Friday a week back, I believe Salem hit 90 or 91 that day, but PDX stopped at 88. So Portland has not made it to 90 yet. If these models do not change, we will do so this weekend. I will tell you the modeling has been really consistent on that we are going to get into a dry, sunny, warming run of weather starting this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Models have been showing that for quite a while. Now they're doubling down on hot weather coming in with the strengthening ridge as we go into the weekend. So this is Sunday at 5,000 feet in the atmosphere. Remember the 850 millibar temps, 5,000 feet temperatures are given to us in Celsius. And it's these numbers that we look at to determine what the temperature is going to be at ground level. So see the 20s? That's plus 20 Celsius, 20 degrees Celsius on Sunday. As a forecaster, you say, well, for 20 degrees Celsius at 5,000 feet, and we have sunshine, and there's no cooling agent, no cold air advection from a north wind or anything like that, you would assume we're at least going to hit 90 degrees this time of the year. And depending on what the surface flows is, wind-wise, you think, well, guys, we could get well up into the 90s. I mean, mathematically speaking, 100 is even possible. I'm not telling you it's going to be 100 this weekend, but I am illustrating the fact that it looks like it's going to be 90 or better as we go into this Saturday and Sunday. And actually, Saturday looks like we have an east wind, and it's a setup that is, on paper, quite a bit hotter than that Friday a week or so ago where we hit 88 and Salem hit 90 or 91. So I would add plus 5 to those numbers. So now you're in the low to mid 90s across the area, right? That's coming up this Saturday and Sunday. So we'll follow that story. There's time for that to change, but it seems like the modeling is really locked in on that sunny, hot weekend coming up for us. Okay, National Weather Service. I want to touch on this because you may be seeing these headlines as well. The Weather Service in the last year has started to talk a lot about probabilities. I mean, they're going to toss out a forecast high temperature, but they're also trying to talk more and more in the language of temperature probabilities. So the point of this is, I got this from the National Weather Service Facebook page, and this is Saturday. So they say Saturday for Portland, there's an 86% chance that we will hit 85 degrees or warmer. They give us a 71% chance of being 90 or warmer, which is what I was just talking about. I mean, we're what, 5-6 days out from Saturday? So the weather maps are absolutely showing 90 degrees. And for the Weather Service to say, in their probability world, 71% of 90 or better this far in advance, they're really thinking, yeah, it's definitely going to be in the 90s. And we talked about this. They go 11% chance of 95 or better. I feel like that is actually too low. I think there's a reasonable chance we could see a 96-degree temperature out there over this weekend, maybe on Saturday. So we'll keep an eye on that. Here's a look at my 7-day forecast. If you do use my weather site, portlandweather.com, when I'm on vacation, I flip it to the National Weather Service feeds. Now it's flipped back to manual mode, which means I'm in there typing my own forecast, putting in my own icons and all that. And this is what I've come up with. 61 tomorrow. Showers, isolated thunder and hail, a possibility. We could be dry in the morning when you wake up, and then an increasing chance of rain showers as we go into the afternoon. Again, 5/100ths to about 2/10ths, maybe. All right. So some rain, not a lot. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies. I do keep a shower chance alive Monday overnight, and if you read my complete forecast on my weather site. I mentioned there could be some showers in the morning, but becoming partly cloudy during the day. A nice day, 66. Wednesday, a nice day, completely dry, mostly sunny, 72. And then we start ridging and we start warming. Thursday, 78, maybe 80. Friday, well up into the 80s, 85. And right now I'm going 92 Saturday and Sunday, and I'm thinking I may have to bump those temperatures up. At this point, it doesn't look like I'll have to lower them. I may have to bump them up to even warmer to hotter numbers. So that is your update. I hope you have a good Monday. We'll see how much rain we end up with. Again, in the morning, if you get up and it's dry, get some things done because the rain chances gets better and better as we go into the afternoon tomorrow. Thanks for subscribing to my site. Tell your friends about it, my YouTube channel, and I'll talk to you soon.